We're Victory Gardens, and in today's episode, we're going to talk about soil.
Oh, it's time to go, ladies.
So, what is soil made up of anyway? Soil is a mixture of the following 4 elements: clay, silt, sand, and organic matter. Clay is the finest, sand is the coarsest, and silt is in between. Sand, being coarse, is great for drainage, but doesn't hold on to necessary nutrients. Clay is fine and retains these nutrients, but has poor drainage. Soil not only provides plants with nutrients, but other essential elements including structural support for the roots, water, and oxygen.
Ever wonder what that set of 3 numbers on a package of fertilizer means? Well, it's the ratio of 3 very important macronutrients that veggies need for growth. The first number is for nitrogen. This nutrient helps plants with leafy growth, so all plants need this one. The second is for phosphorus, for fruiting development. The third number is for potassium, for root development and immunity. No matter which fertilizer you choose, remember to keep it organic.
Soil pH is vital to your plant's health and their ability to take in nutrients. A pH scale ranges from acidic, 5 for instance, to alkaline, a number 8. If soil is too alkaline or acidic, it makes many nutrients unavailable for plants to intake. Veggies like a pH between 6.3 and 7.
Hey, giant hands, did you know it's super easy to test what kind of soil you have? Take a clump in your hand. Now kind of squish it and roll it into a tube shape. If it rolls easily into an endless turd, you've got clay soil. If it kind of crumbles a little bit, you have sandy soil. You really want it to clump and not crumble. But come with me, I'll show you a much cooler way to test. It's a bit more accurate. Another more accurate way to test your soil is the jar method. You take your jar, you fill it halfway with soil and almost to the top with water, and you give it a really good shake. Put it on the counter for a week. When you come back, all the rock fragments will be settled in layers in the jar for you to see. Sandy on the bottom, silt in the middle, and clay on top, with a really thin layer of organic matter. But if you don't see the clay, don't worry. Most new soil has not yet formed this element.
So now that you've determined what type of soil you have, whether it's clay-based soil or sandy, what do you do with the information? If your soil is too sandy or too clay-based, one thing you can do is add compost or a diversity of organic matter, like fallen leaves for instance, into your soil. And if you have a clay-based soil, what this is going to do is break it up and add aeration over time. And if you have sandy soil, it's going to bring a little bit of nutrient retention back into the soil.
Gimme, come on, gimme. Hey you, come on, I ain't joking, I need to eat some. Come on, give me some, now!
Check out this compost. When it's ready, it's completely odorless and looks exactly like soil. Composting is so easy, so it's always a good idea to have in the garden. It's way more mellow than manure, so it won't burn or shock your crops with too much nitrogen. Manure is good too though, it just needs to be really well rotted or broken down over time.
Hey, come on, give me some meat, I need some.
Fertilizer. There are so many to choose from. See this 3-part ratio on the front of the package? Organic fertilizers are going to have a lower ratio, like 3:3:3 for instance. A chemical fertilizer is going to have an amped up ratio, like 20-20-20. Steroids, anyone? No thanks.
Here at Victory Gardens, we prep our garden beds using organic veggie mix. The veggie mix is made up of 75% compost, 2-year-old rotted manure with bark, sand, and other elements for drainage. This mix provides most of what our plants need. For existing gardens, we usually add about 2 inches of compost plus a light dusting of all-purpose organic fertilizer. Because the fertilizer is granular, it releases nutrients slowly, delivering what the plants need over time. Why is organic important? Veggies feed from the soil, consuming all of what we put in it. In turn, those veggies feed us. Because we want to steer clear of nasty chemicals in our bodies, and to protect the environment that we grow in, we definitely only want natural components in our soil feeding our veggies. Whatever our veggies eat, we eat too.
Hope you enjoyed the episode and stay tuned for more from Victory Gardens.
See you next time.
Bye!